Good morning, everyone. Now it's story time. Today I am going to tell you the story The Apple. But first, if you don't know the characters of the story, please check the video character of the ORT book. Now, the today's story is The Apple. In this, the problem that faced Dad and the twins was how to pick the last apple on the tree. It was beautiful looking apple, but it was just too high to reach. A funny thing, said Dad, but the very last apple on the tree is the biggest and the most juicy looking of all. Biff and Chip said, "We know it's the only one we can't reach." It was true. The children had spent the afternoon with Mom and Dad, picking apples in Mr. Dale's orchard, and the very last apple of all was too high on the tree for anyone to get. Mom suggested if we had a ladder, we could easily get it. Dad said, "Well, we don't have one. So, what other idea has anyone got? How about using a long stick?" Chip suggested. "I think there was one near the gate that would do just the job." Chip fetched the stick. It was too short. Dad stood on tiptoe and stretched up as far as he could, but the stick wasn't quite long enough. "You need to be a good half meter taller," said Biff. "I have had a good idea," said Chip. "I know how to make that taller." Chip's idea was a good one. He sat on Dad's shoulders and Mom handed him the stick. "If I reach up as far I can," grunted Chip. Chip carefully put the end of the stick under the stalk of the apple and gently pushed it upwards. Then the apple fell. "Catch it, Mom!" shouted Chip. But Mom didn't catch it. It bounced out of her hand and flew towards Biff. "Catch it, Biff!" shouted Mom. But somehow Biff didn't catch it either. It bounced out of her hand and flew towards Kipper. "Catch it, Kipper!" shouted Mom and Biff. Kipper did his best to catch it, but he wasn't ready. The apple fell straight through his hands and bounced on the ground towards Floppy. Floppy opened his mouth and sprang towards the apple. "Oh no," said everyone. Well, you can see what happened to the apple. Floppy crushed it into 3 pieces and began to chew one of the pieces up. "Oh, Floppy," sighed Mom. "That was the best apple in the whole orchard." Dad laughed and laughed. "You can't blame Floppy," he said. "He was the only one who could catch." Mom couldn't help laughing either, and everyone joined in. So I hope everybody enjoyed this story. Have a nice day.